Can you beat Pokémon FireRed using bug types only? Not a fucking chance. At least, not with the rules I set in place, but let's see how I went anyway. This time I've swapped out Bulbasaur for Wurmple, meaning I don't actually know beforehand what the final stage of my starter is going to be. Wurmple evolves into either Silcoon or Cascoon depending on their hidden personality value. From there though, Silcoon evolves into Beautifly and Cascoon evolves into Dustox. So it's no secret that I haven't been looking forward to this one, so why is that? Well, I explained it on stream. Oh, fucking hell. Am I even gonna make it to Viridian? See, the upside with bug types is that they evolve early. The downside with bug types is that they're weak as shit. How weak are bug types? Well, there are a lot of things that have never happened in the previous versions of this challenge. The first of which being that I actually lost the first rival battle. Thankfully though, you don't have to win this one. We head into Viridian Forest, catching a Weedle and a Caterpie, evolving Wurmple into Silcoon and Weedle into Kakuna before taking on the second rival battle, which, granted, is optional, but I've done it every other time, so may as well do it this time. This took 2 attempts, but thankfully both of them know Poison Sting, so that was pretty useful. As we head on to Brock, our team is more or less decided for us, as Butterfree and Dustox both know Confusion, aka the only move that will do any damage to Brock. By the way, I don't care enough about Dustox to remember what moves it gets, so I forgot that it learns Confusion, leading to this moment of hope. I'm using my next Pokemon. Dustox. Oh shit, Dustox learns Confusion as well. Well, that changes things. Confusion really helped as Butterfree was able to take Geodude out by herself and even do a bit of damage to Onix before being taken out by Rock Tomb. Sadly, Dustox didn't do much damage, so it seemed like we would need a reset, but then Onix got 2 of the most timely misses I've ever seen, allowing Dustox to knock Onix out for a first try victory. Now, if you recall last time, I said that there was always one gym leader I was worried about because of type matchups, and I was absolutely worried about Brock, but whew, boy, he was not the last one I was worried about. But anyways, we head into Mount Moon and catch Paris, aka the MVP of my grass type only run. Get in my goddamn Pokeball. Please, please be as good as last time. Not much more to cover until the rival battle in Cerulean City, other than the fact I cheated a lot earlier this time than I did last time, so let's go straight to that. The thing that seems like a big problem is that he leads off with Pidgeotto, so not good for a bunch of bug types, but we get through in the end for another first try victory. Charmander also seems scary, but he got confused, so that helps. Moving on to Misty, I sorta just tried to waste time with Beedrill, who managed to poison Staryu and bring out Misty's Super Potion, before Paris came in and proved why I have grown to love a Pokemon that I previously didn't give a shit about, knocking out Staryu with Bullet Seed before taking down Starmie, who stalled a lot thanks to Recover. But with one of the luckiest turns I could have gotten, getting a crit on Leech Life with Starmie fully paralyzed, it was a pretty easy win all things considered. That means we head south to Vermilion, where I realized a bit of an issue. Hey, so I just have to say this in post because apparently I had the stream music up too loud to hear what I'm saying. Basically, I had already over-leveled, but I'd also already found every single bug type it was possible to find this early in the game. Ultimately, I gave myself the rule that if some of my Pokemon were naturally over-leveled before a battle, I had to go in at the level I was at. Second time was the charm in the SSA and rival battle, as we got incredibly lucky with Poison and Confusion, yet still just barely eked out the victory with Dustox at 2 HP. That just left Surge, who honestly kinda went down like a little bitch. I didn't even have to use Paris, who had Dig. On to stream number 2, and there's not really much to talk about until the Lavender Town rival battle. 2 seems to be the magical number of tries it takes to beat Gary. For now. Beedrill opened and honestly carried for most of this, as in both attempts he got through Gary's first 3 Pokemon, taking little to no damage. Then in both attempts Butterfree knocked out a confused Charmeleon, leaving only Gyarados, who in attempt number 2 could not stand up to the mighty beast that is Parasect. We then head to Celadon City and with a bit of cheating buy ourselves a Scyther from the game corner, which leads to the dumbest thing I could have done on stream. Seriously, I don't know why I thought it would be a good idea, but for those of you wondering what the single most boring thing to do on a stream is, that would be EV training a Pokemon. Why I decided to spend a collective fucking hour EV training Scyther, I will never know. Let's just focus on the other stuff that makes the stream seem a lot shorter than it actually was. First up, the first battle with Giovanni. And again, for those wondering why I wasn't looking forward to doing this with bug types, this happened. Alright, this is another moment where the stream music was too loud. Basically, I lost to Giovanni, which has never happened in any of the previous versions of this challenge. We got there on the second attempt though. Moving on to Erica, Scyther actually got some use in battle, being our final Pokemon after Parasect knocked out Victory Bell, but fell to Vileplume, who Dustox knocked out before being taken down by Tangela, who Scyther beat. Then we get Fly. Fun fact, do you know who the first bug type to be able to learn Fly was? Volcarona. In Gen fucking 5, I had to walk everywhere with my shitty bug types. Anyways, the rival battle in Silphco, and I have to admit something. This battle beat me. I couldn't win this battle. I tried and tried and tried and never managed it. I was genuinely stuck on this battle for around 15 minutes, sped up, before I ultimately caved, using the walkthrough walls cheat to skip the battle and go straight to Giovanni, and for fuck's sake, he beat me again! I then proceeded to continue training Scyther, and why the fuck did I? No, seriously, why did I? My plan the entire time was to attempt the Parasect sweep. We didn't quite manage the Parasect sweep. I'm sure if I gave it another go I could've, but I was happy just to beat Sabrina. And that was the end of the second stream. It took an extra week to recover from the shame of EV training on stream, but when I came back we headed straight down to Fuchsia City, and I was slightly over-leveled for Koga, but rules are rules. It was easy with Psychic type moves. Into the Safari Zone where I caught a Venonat, and now we just had to surf down to Cinnabar. Fun fact, do you know who the first bug type to learn Surf was? Jupiter and I guess Araquanid in the same vein. In Gen fucking 7! They removed HMs in Gen 7. Thankfully though, I got some help from my good buddy Palkia, who opened wormholes in random doors when I needed to get places. And then we go on to the Blame battle. And if the Silphco rival battle beat me, then the Blame battle absolutely fucking destroyed me. The difference? I couldn't skip this one. Half an hour. Half a goddamn hour this shit took me. I genuinely dropped hundreds of F-bombs during it. I have no idea what the exact count was, but someone wants to count it. The full video of all the streams should be up the day after this video goes up. I broke almost every goddamn rule I had, from using my full team to leveling every single one of them to Blaine's ace. And it still wasn't enough. Just so we're all aware, me getting this far has nothing to do with the fucking change in strategy. And every goddamn thing to do with just I got lucky there. Now here's where I really need some fucking luck. I can't fucking do it. It cannot fucking be done. I have done everything. Every fucking cheap strategy I could possibly attempt. I have done it. But somehow, some way, we eventually got through. Sweet, merciful fuck. Save state the shit out of that. We are not ever going back to before that. Fuck off, Bill. And as I mentioned during it, I knew that Giovanni was finally going to be a cakewalk. That would probably be funnier if Giovanni beat me again, but this time he was more his usual self. Then there was the pre-league Route 22 rival battle, but no. Just no. I lost once and no. Palkia helped, although after the Blaine battle I was in no mood to actually make the fucking joke. And I skipped that battle too because I was not going to be sat there for another hour against that prick. Elite Four I just matched Blue's ace. Because if you really insist that I must go through the league with Lorelei's levels, then I must insist that you go fuck yourself. Lorelei wasn't too hard, although I did have to reset after realizing I hadn't bought any revives or full restores to heal my team between battles. Bruno's Hitmonchan used counter again. Seriously, I have no way of avoiding that. Well, okay, I could have used Venomoth's Psychic. But Bruno was never much of a challenge. Agatha went down pretty easy once I remembered I had Psychic type moves. Lance is Lance. He took a few tries, but thanks to Scyther managing to get off a shitload of Swords Dancers, he swept the entire team. All that was left was one last battle with Gary, and all seemed lost. I had to skip the last two battles because my Pokemon weren't strong enough, and after just way too many failures, I was ready to call this a wash. At a certain point I decided I would give it 10 more attempts, and if I couldn't at the very least get past Charizard, then the entire run would be considered a failure. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, wait. Holy shit. What? I don't fucking... What the fuck? How the fuck did I just manage that? As I prepared to say that there were 5 attempts remaining, Charizard hid himself in confusion, allowing a victory over him. Somehow, Beedrill managed to then also take out both Alakazam and Exeggutor before falling to Gyarados. But with Swords Dance and Wing Attack, we finally win. The Fluke Champion. Alright, so that's that done and over with, thank fuck. I'll be back later this week streaming, I don't know which type yet. Also, I mentioned this on stream, but I'll only be streaming this for a couple more weeks. I will be continuing the series on, but when Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl come out, I'll be streaming that, and then when Legends Arceus comes out, I'll be streaming that, and I don't really get much time to stream throughout the week. Anyways, see you next time.